Everyone, my name is Felicia and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Come on in, sit down, have a seat, get comfortable. How you doing? I hope that you're doing well. In today's video, I will be discussing top tips for your first solo trip. Listen, solo traveling can be so freeing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and all that. The number one thing that solo traveling will help you to do is to trust yourself. And we all desire to build more trust within ourselves, have a great time while we're on this earth, and still breathing breath into our body. So, the number one tip is to honor the feelings of nervousness or being afraid of traveling on your own. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. So if you have never traveled by yourself, your brain is going to tell you, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't do this. What happens if something happened? Oh man, we be reading and hearing all these things in the news, things like that. Yes, your brain is going to tell you everything that it can to keep you at home, safe, because that's just what our brain is designed to do. So, what do you do with those feelings? You honor them and you tell yourself, I understand that I feel this way, but I think that this is what I need at this point in my life. While I am nervous, while I may feel afraid, I'm going to do it scared. And I'm going to be cautious, I'm going to be prepared, and I'm going to be empowered after I watch this video so that the little nervousness goes down just a little bit. So, the second thing is to create a budget beforehand of what you want to encounter, the type of experience that you want to have, and things like that. Are you an individual that wants to stay in hostels, that wants to stay in hotels, or maybe an all-inclusive resort? Are you an individual that wants to stay in the city of where you're going, or maybe you want to be on a beachfront property in the tourist area? Think about those things, write all those out, and then make a budget. Now, the things that you want to make sure that you research for your budget are solo travel friendly resorts, solo travel friendly hotels, solo travel friendly hostels for the area that you are thinking about going to. Maybe you're thinking about going to the Caribbean. Maybe you're thinking about going to Europe. Maybe you're just thinking about traveling somewhere in the United States. Wherever you plan on going, babes, that works for you and that is amazing. You're going. That's the first thing. Now, if you want some tips on maybe where to go for your first time, I would say check out somewhere in the Caribbean. If you're located, I was about to say based, if you're located in the U.S., traveling to the Caribbean won't really be that far. And they have a lot of all-inclusive resorts. If you're traveling by yourself, maybe an all-inclusive resort would be the best option. Once you pay the resort fee, you're paying for your food, you're paying for your non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages, you're paying for all the activities that are on the resorts. Now, some resorts do have specialty restaurants that may be an additional charge, but they also have like restaurants that are included in the price. And also, you are paying for all your access to non-motorized water sports or water, like the little raftings and things like that are included in the price. So anything maybe like jet skiing, parasailing, and things like that will be an additional fee. But babes, that's what we're budgeting for, right? Now, another pro tip is if you are going to an all-inclusive resort, maybe you want to look into how much it would be to add a butler to your time there. A butler is someone who is a dedicated concierge for you. They are available to you, maybe just so that you don't feel as alone, and you can request to have a butler of the same sex that you identify as, and things like that, to just help you have a more relaxed and comfortable time, because this vacation is all about you. So the next thing is going to be to, again, do your research. If you want to go into the city, make sure that you're just researching safe areas. If you want to do a tour, research and look up the reviews. The internet is your best friend. There's TikTok now too. That be, babes, you can look up anything. TikTok, YouTube, TripAdvisor, look at the reviews, just a Google search and things like that. Next, decide whether you are going to be a go with the flow type person, or are you needing to plan and have structure within your vacation. Now, when I solo travel personally, I go with the flow. I may book one excursion, but other than that, I'm just gonna wake up and see where the wind takes me, because outside of traveling, I am typically a very structured person. So when I'm on vacation, I want to be able to let my hair down. I want to be able to just wake up, take a shower, get fresh, get dressed, and just go chill by the beach for 4 or 5 hours as I eat fruits. Until my butler tells me, maybe like, listen, you ready to go eat lunch? You want to go to dinner? Where you want to go? And you want to go like to one of the events tonight? And they put me on game of like, okay, well, this is where everybody gonna be tonight. So, or you can go here. You want more of a chill environment. But if you are a planner, that's okay too. The beauty of solo traveling is you are the only person that you have to cater to. So, being able to maybe create a cute little agenda for yourself, design it, pick a hashtag for your trip, lay out all the things that you want, but just also remember that when you get there, you can change your mind too. Toss that little agenda that you've created and just go with the flow if that's what you want. But know that this is a time where you can honor yourself, you can honor your feelings, and you can really just sit with yourself. I would advise you to pack a journal, pack a small journal, pack a pen, and really take time to document your journey as well. Write a letter to yourself every day, maybe in the morning or at the end of the day, about how you felt, what you experienced. That way you can look back and be able to see that, man, I did this. In the beginning, I was so stressed. I was afraid I was going to get kidnapped. And now, look, it's day 2 or day 3, and I am loving it. I am enjoying the journey. I am just in a state of bliss. And the most important thing is to ensure that you share your location and your whereabouts with at least one other person. The cool thing about iPhone is you can share your location pretty much with anyone. And I believe even if your phone dies, like, your location will still be shared with them. Don't quote me on that because I'm not like a tech girl, but I believe so. But you can share your location with anyone, and you can also utilize WhatsApp if you don't have an iPhone, because with iPhone you can iMessage via Wi-Fi. So with WhatsApp, if you don't have an iPhone, or if a loved one doesn't have an iPhone and you want to communicate with them, download WhatsApp, have them download WhatsApp, and you can continue to communicate with them as well. Just so that it is important that you make sure that you tell someone where you're at, where you're going, and what's going on. Bonus. Make sure that you pack your insurance cards. Make sure that you pack a little bit of extra money as well to tip the drivers, to tip anyone that you need to tip, because I think it's important to tip, but also you want to ensure that where you're going, it is appropriate to tip people in certain countries. They don't like tipping is like, what are you tipping me for? So if you're going somewhere where tipping is valued and appreciated, make sure that you have ones easily accessible to you to tip. I already said make sure that you have your insurance cards and make sure that you let your bank know where you're going. And when I go on vacation, I do utilize using my credit card because there are no foreign transaction fees. So just let the banks know where you're going. Because you're not going to get somewhere and they be like, girl, your card got declined. You're like, babes, but I have money. And then you're trying to call, but it's like, oh, I don't want to get those international charges. So just things like that. Make sure that you take all those into consideration. But most importantly, make sure that you have fun and really stay in the moment, because once you take your first solo trip, you'll never experience that first again. So lean into the nervousness, lean into the feelings, and I can't wait to hear about your trip. If you have traveled solo and you have other tips, leave them down in the comments. Let me know how your first solo trip went. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Until next time.